if they're ready to go. Veronica, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's give them a big hand.
Do you hear that? That, my friends, is the sound of the future, potentially the present, and all the beautiful past of the ping pong world that is existing everywhere. But mostly it's the sound of your future, and potentially a permanent ping pong future for you. It's also the sound of something that is awesome, which is the game of ping pong, which is the most brilliant, lovely game in the world. I know you're saying, oh, but I hate tennis. Tennis is the worst, and I'm saying this is tennis on a table. And it's so much more enjoyable, and anyone can play it. And I just want to, okay, so the reason that I want to make a permanent ping pong table in Victoria Park, which is right now not even really a park, it's just sort of like a path to nowhere. And I want to make it a path to somewhere, and I want to put a table at the end of that path, and I want you to go there with your paddle and your ball and play in it. Because I've seen the beauty of what a little bit of ping pong can do to a city. I was in Berlin a couple years ago. It was f***ing beautiful. Pardon me the language. That was not awesome of me. I didn't mean to say that. Wow. But, see, this is the magic of ping pong. You get to do all sorts of silly things you don't even need to do. Anyways, I walked along the canal in Berlin, and I saw young and old people of all colors and varieties enjoying the most beautiful sunny days, playing ping pong, enjoying themselves, building community, hanging out with people they never even knew before, building friendships, paddle to paddle, pong to pong. And even more recently, I was just in Florida last week, and my 84-year-old grandmother was playing ping pong at the poolside with my aunt. They were having a time, 2 generations going for it. And then 2 young little boys, 7- and 8-year-old boys, come up to my grandmother and my aunt, and they're like, can we join in too? And they played doubles. 3 generations getting together. That's what we could have right downtown. You don't have to spend any money. What is this? It's like $5 you invest in this paddle. Maybe you just show up and someone lends you a paddle. You make a friend, and it's there forever. It's made of concrete. It can be in the winter. It can be in the snow. It can be in the rain. You bring your own paddle. You bring your own ball. You have a ball. So that's what's going to happen. You just felt the love of the sounds. I've been feeling it for years. We can all feel it together, forever, right here in Halifax. Ping pong!
Woo. I'm going to now welcome our friends from Giant Connect 4 on the Commons if they're ready to go. Let's give them a big hand.
All right. Bingo.
Haley, that's not what you say.
Yeah, well, says who?
Says Hasbro.
Well, Yahtzee.
Haley, this has nothing to do with your mother's bingo addiction.
You know what? I just sunk your battleship. And go fish. What's the matter, Dan?
You know, Haley, this has been bugging me for a while.
Tell me about it.
My whole life, I've been tall.
Yeah, you're right.
Right out of the womb. I bash my head into things, into cupboards, into doors, into other doors.
All the time.
Sometimes I just wish I could be normal, a normal height, and not be an outcast. You know what I think we should do? I think everything...
We could, I think maybe a good idea that we could do would maybe...
Build a giant Connect 4 board?
Well, what I was going to say
That's
is
a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can build it on the common. And everybody can come play and feel normal like me.
Huh.
And people would come from miles around, like, who doesn't like Connect 4? Babies play it, and grandmas play it.
Yeah.
People would come from all across the country, and soon And soon, Giant Connect 4 boards would start popping up in other cities.
You're right.
And other provinces.
Totally.
And other countries.
I like it.
And Giant Connect 4 would break down transnational geopolitical boundaries.
Yeah.
This game is going to change the world. You know, I think it goes without saying that Giant Connect 4 is going to solve world hunger.
Totally. Keep going. Just be more excited about everything that you're saying right now because I totally and completely
This
agree.
game is going to change the world.
Yeah. I did it.
What are you doing, Haley?
Oh, sorry. I just got really caught up in what you were talking about.
It's your turn.
Oh.
I've been waiting for 3 minutes.
Oh. Sorry. My bad. And Connect 4.
Hey, you did it.
Yeah, checkmate. Yay.
All right, next up we're going to welcome up Joe Howe Ferry Lane Project. They're ready to go.
So hi folks, hi. Ferry Lane. Last time we spoke to all you folks, I guess we took you through kind of the general idea of this project, and it went really well, actually. It went incredibly well. So I'm going to briefly take you through that with the general idea that you are all repeat offenders. In fact, you are just advocates and real. You're awesome. So you're here, you were there then, you're here now. So basically the general idea of the project was that Joe Howe School, wonderful school, which has the unfortunate, I guess, infliction of not being in a place which is a highly inspiring spot. So when we originally decided to talk to you about this project, we thought, well, wouldn't it be great if we took a place where we send our kids to learn, to be inspired, to think, to flourish, to be basically the next generation of who we want to be, and make it a little bit more beautiful. And the way that we proposed to do that was to light up the area. Take a spot that was kind of dark, kind of decrepit, didn't have a lot going for it, and just throw some lights on it, light the place up a little bit. And our proposal was Ferry Light Lane for Joe Howe School, to make this spot from one that was sort of depressing to one that was illuminating and highly impressive for the future generations that we wish to send there. And of course, it was only me at that point talking to you about this project, and I'm only so interesting. Luckily, we now have the real driving force behind this project, and it's Allison. And she's going to talk to you a little bit more about why she brought this to the front in the first place.
The driving force. I am merely a seed. I'm a mother. And this time last year, my daughter was then 4, ready to go to school. It was her first year of elementary. And I was so excited to tell everybody that my 4-year-old was going to elementary. Joseph Howe is our neighborhood school. So when I would say to them she's going to Joseph Howe, I would get a look. And I would get a little cock of the head. And they'd say, maybe you should apply for an out-of area. Everybody said this to me, not just one person. My family physician, my neighbors, my colleagues, my family, everybody. And it broke my heart. It caused me to pause. I had to think about this. What are the deeper questions here? What is the message I'm sending to my child if I send her out of area? What is the message we're sending to the children at Joseph Howe if I send my children out of area? So my journey, very personal, and every parent's journey is very personal. Where do we send our children? It took me to the corner of Maynard and Charles, and I stood there and I felt uninspired. I just didn't have my winning champion attitude. You know that attitude that you get, you're like, I want to make a difference. I didn't have it until I had that moment, and I said, I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to light it up.
So when we last spoke to you, we told you that $1,000 would make a big difference, and we were right. And I think some of the folks here thought you sent us away without $1,000, and guess what? You're wrong. You sent us away with $1,000 because somebody who was in that audience actually contacted us afterwards, so inspired that we got that $1,000, which was a beautiful thing. And in fact, it went the other way around for us. We thought $1,000 would give us community support, which would do the next step and bring this thing to life, but it went the other way around. In fact, we got community support first, and now we're asking for $1,000. So basically what we have done is we have opened the door that we wished we would have opened before, and now we're asking for you to allow us to burst through it, to take this place, which was dull and dark, which is now slightly lit, and to turn it into something quite different.
Sam is up.
And we're gonna so Sam was here on the first awesome night a year ago, and we're just gonna make a massive amount of applause. Sam was sick the first night he did it, and we couldn't hear him well. He's feeling better, and he's ready to knock your socks off. So let's give him a big hand. I'm gonna turn the mic over to Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam Evans, and I brought some Lego for you to play with. It's just right there. Now, I have a question. How many people have ever played with Lego? Everybody? Great, awesome. I bet you thought it was awesome to play with Lego at home, wherever you played it at. Maybe you had as much Lego as I brought today, about $75 worth. Now, imagine what $1,000 worth of Lego would look like. How awesome would that be? There are lots of great reasons to have a Lego day. For anyone between the ages of 105, you can come out and play, and you can come out and create or play anything you can imagine with $1,000 worth of Lego. You will stretch your creativity and imagination while improving your dexterity. That's just a big word that means we're getting better at working with your hands. If you just want to drop off your children, boyfriend, mother, or great-granny, or somebody else to have some fun with Lego, it will give you free time for yourself. Maybe you can get the groceries, or see some friends, or have a beer. I suggest you have a beer with your friends after you get your groceries. So, if the day we pick is gross and wet outside, we'll see if we can have it indoors at Micmac Mall. But if the weather is great, I'd rather do it in a basketball court or a skate park. Lastly, if this doesn't convince you, nothing will. This event will be my Legacy here in Halifax because I am moving away to Vancouver this summer. No, not aw, it's awesome. That's my pitch. Hope you can make it.
We're going to break for a bit of an intermission. We have musical entertainment from Julia Pelton. We have a cello, and this is going to be awesome. So, awesome trustees, if you can come with me, we're going to go up top there. So, I mean, it's been a year, so like the dramatic pause thing before we tell everyone, like it's just got to be kind of epic tonight. Well, we're just going to cut to the chase. We'll hold the thanks. So for the first time, I think, in the history of Awesome, besides the tug of war, we have a tie. It is a 4-way tie, and everyone is getting fully funded. Way to go, everybody. Awesome. Yeah, we were talking this morning, and we were like, all the ideas are like, we've seen the pitches before and they're really awesome, so how can we kind of step it up? And so we sort of put the call out, and a ton of people stepped up and put cash towards it. So
ideas. Just imagine what the city is going to look like with all 4 of these ideas happening.
All right. we'll call everyone up to grab their cash in a second, but yeah, a big thanks for the use of our venue tonight. And just a reminder that we keep it going next month, so keep those ideas coming in. They're due the 15th of every month, awesomehalifax.com. We just need 250 words. And then the final Thursday of March, it'll be the first $1,000 Thursday of our second year of existence. So thanks everyone so much for all your support over the last year. Sam does not look excited at all. Woo! You're awesome. Have a great night. Come on up. Giant Connect 4 in the Commons. Very Light Lane. There's still a few s'mores left. Stick around if you like. Thanks so much for coming, everyone, and I hope to see you in March. Thanks for a great first year.